here with the man, the myth, the legend.
How's it going?
Zach Triggs and his iconic SC. Now, this has been one of the most iconic SCs that we've seen on Instagram, on anywhere, essentially in the grassroots drift scene. Most likely you have seen the iconic automatic open trunk.
Now welcome to the city again. Piece of change and swings. Pop, trunk and bang. Yeah, I'm still here, man. Born and raised on the...
Can't really carrying that Houston style. But yeah, I mean, let's just go ahead and get into this. Mainly, let's talk about what's maybe under the engine bay, if you want to go ahead and just show us what's under that. Whoa.
So it's just a pretty stock 1J, intercooler and exhaust, nothing crazy. I painted the bay a long time ago off of a Toyota Celica color for Fiesta Blue. It doesn't really match with the green anymore, but that's okay. Other than that, it's stock just to keep it running, and so I don't have to hopefully work on it very much.
Yep.
That's the goal. I don't like working on cars.
I really appreciate what you did here, mainly just because it's really as simple as it can be when it comes to something like this. Yeah. Again, really just KISS, keep it simple, stupid, you know? Again, all your main priorities are really driving, correct?
I'm a driver, I'm not a builder.
Exactly, and this really has done that, and I mean, as you can see, it really has ranked up quite the track days. So let's talk about the 1J, where'd you get it from?
So this is like my third or fourth 1J, all of them user error, blowing up, all user error. Back when they used to be like 1,500 bucks, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But it's a 1J RM54. I bought this one from like a local importer years ago, and did all the work with me and my buddies. And it's the 1J swap in an SC is super simple because it came out of an SC or a store in Japan. So all the wiring bolts up
from the Toyota store, correct? Yeah, same
all you have
thing.
to do is extend the harness and everything plugs in.
Oh,
yeah, like literally
stock tune as well.
Yeah, everything. Stock boost, stock everything. Stock turbos, everything.
And it does what it needs to get done, huh?
Yeah, I would like a little bit more power, but I don't want to spend the money on it and more headaches. So.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I completely understand. I mean, again, it really is about getting track time when it comes to a car like this. Looks really clean. Well, I mean,
other than
all the dirt and everything, but again, that really just comes from all the track time it's had as well.
I put a different clutch fan on it, and it sounds like a fucking blood.
It does quite a bit.
The fan is louder than my car.
The fan is, you could hardly hear turbo.
It blows fucking dirt everywhere. Like, even my hood, like you can see all that from the fan.
Where'd you get your kit from, if anything?
So this is like a BN style kit from, I think it's called Fiberglass Aero now.
Okay.
The Russian dudes. Really, really cool. They always hook me up. Like, they're really good dudes. The hood, I don't know what brand it is. I just found it on Yahoo Auctions a couple months ago and I bought it.
Hey,
I've seen it before.
Looks good and it fits good, huh?
Yeah, I've only seen one other one, but I don't know what it's called. The overs are from some LW Performance or some shit. I don't know. They're really cheap and they fit really good. And then a Kokuchi Power Wing.
Yeah.
Monitor doors.
So what made you go to the fiberglass option aside from the KBD option that most people
KBD,
go?
Right whenever he made that shit, the Auto Couture stuff, it just looked like shit. It like folds up. Like Irving, the dude that runs KBD, is super cool, super nice guy. I just didn't like it. It got, in the summer, it got wavy.
Yeah.
It would come back and forth. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
He fucked up the side skirts, so he tried to make Vertex side skirts and they look like shit. So yeah, just not for me.
I know that with KBD, you do need a good amount of reinforcement when it comes to them. Also, I heard painting is like kind of annoying as well.
Painting is hit or miss. It's a lot depending on your prep and stuff like that. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, no, it is. It really is. So, yeah, but
I mean, fiberglass just works better for me. That's fine.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a closer look as well. I know that your interior is also very stylish, and I definitely am gonna get some shots later on about that. But so let's talk about one of the coolest things in here, the fan.
That was actually a gift from my mom. Like, my mom's the type where she just buys like little $10 things all year and like gives me like a bag of just shit. And that was one of the shit things she found at like Ross. And was like, I thought you could put this on your computer desk. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. And it sat in my room for like a year. And then one day I was like, fuck, it's hot. I could probably just use that. And it like programs like on the computer. And then like, that's been like probably the most popular thing on my car.
It absolutely.
And it's like the simplest thing.
Yeah.
I didn't even buy it for myself.
That's one of the biggest things that I love about this. It's really all about like the simplest things make the car look as great as you can.
When I put that in, that was not to look cool. That was literally in hopes that, I don't have AC. So I was like, I just hope this helps.
Yeah.
The fact that it did the little thing was just like a bonus.
And now, super quick question. I mean, we all know thrash racing in the drift scene. What made you go with maybe the thrash racing seats as opposed to like Recaros or Brids?
Both of these thrash seats are original thrash, like not the reboot of thrash. So these are from like early 2000s.
So like back,
I bought these before thrash came back out, and so back then, like not only is it a cool company, but like they were super rare. So like that was a big deal for me. Now that they're not really rare anymore, like I paid a lot. I paid way more than what you could buy 2 new seats for now.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just like, I can't sell them because you can buy a new seat for cheaper than what I paid.
Yeah.
I still love them, but
I mean, again, they are probably one of the most stylish seats you could buy in the scene. So this is from the original company that was on like the early 2000s, I mean, like that one FC. I forgot his name, but
show you the quality of a 20-year-old racing seat that was probably cheap back in the day. Like this thing is fucked. This thing is fucked. You can tell it's a 30-year-old. It's broken like 4 or 5 times. I have to re-weld it together.
Oh god, that probably
is not all what it lives up to be. That's for sure.
I know you went with the over fenders. Why would you go with the over fenders as opposed to everything else, or keeping a stock body?
Mine was only because at Final Bout last year in Shawano, I scraped the wall.
Oh,
and
okay.
I've repaired that quarter panel I think 4 times, and it's a lot cheaper to pay someone to fix fiberglass than metal. So
yeah,
this time
true.
And since I was doing all the green and shit, I was like, well, I'll just get over it.
Now, that's another thing that I really love, dude. Just absolute, like, the green and the blue tint actually just looks so good.
What's crazy is this was green.
Oh.
Like 5 years ago.
Wait, what?
I don't know if it's the green of the car making your eyes think it's blue, or if it's just faded to blue. When my car was black, it was clearly green tint.
Oh, this is the same tint from the black car.
Yeah.
I don't
know if it's an eye fuck or like...
Wait, so was it blue before the paint?
I don't know. I never really paid attention, you know?
Yeah.
But like after I got the car paint, I was like, this shit looks fucking blue. But
I mean, hey, it looks good. It looks really good. But dude, again, it's a beautiful car. Yeah, dude, amazing. Okay, let me just quickly iterate this. This is the car that I've been looking up to before I got my SC. So when I was getting my SC, you know how like back in the day you would look at magazines and stuff on the car that you wanted? I always looked at this thing on Instagram. And then I was like, all right, finally got mine. I'm manual swapping it right now. So it's in the process of that. But let's talk about that. So when you bought your motor, because I know that it was automatic at first. Was it automatic 1J and then you did the manual swap?
I've had this thing since I was 16. And I'm 30 now. So whenever my dad bought it for me as my first car, it was just a super fucking clean 94 black with tan interior, automatic 2J NA, you know, and just it took me like 7 years to save up for the 1J swap. And then it was auto 1J for years. I finally, a friend let me do payments on an RM54. I paid, you know, it took me like 6 months to pay that off. I finally got it, and then years later, we swapped it.
Yeah,
so.
all that. Again.
It's been through the, this was not a quick build by any means.
I hear this thing rattling a lot.
I'm not gonna show it to you because it's disgusting back there. Like there's just dirt, and like if my engine bay looks bad, that shit looks way worse.
We gotta take a look at it.
But I don't know if it'll come up. So you can go that much. It's disgusting.
That's all we're seeing. That's all you guys are gonna get to see. Okay, then. Would you ever work on this trunk interior, or are you just gonna leave it like that?
I don't know. I still have all the stuff. I could just put it back in, but I can't pop trunk with the wing. I can't be driving down the road and like pop trunk with the wing.
Hey, does it touch the roof?
I mean, it wouldn't, but like it just wouldn't make sense.
It would look weird.
It would bend shit.
Yeah, yeah,
and
true.
It wouldn't even look right. It just wouldn't look right.
Now this wing looks absolutely amazing. One of the coolest things about it is really just kind of like these pillars right here.
Yeah.
So where did you get this wing?
Gucci Power wing. I bought it straight from Gucci Power in Japan. Yeah, just to that.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm like bummed about it is I bought the wing before I got overs. So I like measured it so like the wing would sit with like the stock quarter panels and not the overs. So I wish it was a little bit bigger, but lessons learned.
Let's talk about the kind of upholstery that you've done back there. I see again that diamond stitching and everything. Yeah, so who did that for you, and where did you decide that?
I've done everything, but the back seat, like, it's kind of a... So, like, you can buy that quilted fabric off Amazon for like 20 bucks for a big-ass roll, and I literally just bought, like, headliner glue and just sprayed it. I just glued it on there. But people think like I paid like hundreds for that shit. That was like 30 minutes of work and like 50 bucks.
Well, it was executed properly because from here it does look, again, it looks done right.
And I wrapped all the things in the back too with the same shit.
And I love the blue fabric that I see back there. I haven't gotten a closer look.
I want to integrate more blue. I want blue seats. I want more, you know, but I'm kind of stuck with these seats forever, so.
Yeah.
Unless I want to take a fat fucking out.
Oh, there's a quick question with the trunk, the other one. Is it a backlit kind of like clear plastic, or are they
RGBs like you would put on your computer desk at home or some shit, but like they're in like a silicone tube?
Yes,
so you
exactly.
can cut them every inch, and it's all like wired together.
Okay.
There's like behind those boards, there's like hundreds of wires and hundreds of solders.
Oh wow!
Like, those things take me like 20 hours to do. Like,
and you did it all yourself with the trunk.
Yeah. That was a thing of like me sitting in bed, like not being able to sleep and being like just thinking of shit. Like, I can probably figure that out.
Like those memes where it's like having to work next morning.
Exactly.
Do these wheels fit on my car?
Yeah, and like I would just half this car is built by Amazon. If it's not a name brand product, I got it from Amazon. Like I am an Amazon fiend. Like so many people thought the trunk was like real neon tubes that apparently I did it well enough, you know.
Not gonna lie, I personally thought that
they were brighter than neon tubes, aren't they?
They're bright. They're bright.
Yeah. Like it was a fun time of the car. I kind of got to a point where like, as much as I loved that, like that was all the car was known for. I want to be known for good driving. That was one of the turning points for me. Like I had it for 2 years. I ran its course. You know, that was my thing for a bit. But I want me or my car to be known for good driving. Yeah. Not for like, because I would pull up to every event and it's immediately, can you pop the trunk? Can you pop the trunk? And like I don't mind doing it. I don't want to sound like an asshole. You know. But like, after 2 years of that, like I was like,
I could do more than just pop a trunk.
I could drive too.
Is this from Struder Made?
Yeah, the 3D printed shit.
That is awesome.
Yeah, really, really cool.
Yeah,
really good. Like I'm happy that guy's in the scene. Like I think his car is not very good looking, but I'm happy he's in the scene and I'm happy he's making things because it's just cool. Like that somebody is taking time to come back to his chassis.
Yeah, and of course to each their own. Yeah. But Struder Made, Ding Dong Drift, whatever he goes
DIY king for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I can respect that.
Yes, he literally is carrying the scene when it comes to DIY things from his garage or wherever. I think he might have gone a new space to do things, but he is carrying the SC game, making a ton of things, and of course that's also going to be linked as well. Yeah. But again, definitely check out his products because he's doing a lot for like this platform, especially how we mentioned earlier that not many people do it or they monopolize it.
A big thing that's going to come into play in a few years is he made like the grill. He made a 3D printed grill.
Did.
Like these are getting only harder. I mean, I've broken like 6 of them, so I'm not helping the situation. But now that's an option.
Yeah.
Like I want chrome ones forever, but if I have to, you know, I'll get a fucking black one. You know, like so that's cool. I'm happy that guy exists.
One of the coolest things also that I love about these cars is the door.
Yeah. This being my first car, you know, that's just a normal door to me. And like I remember when I was like 16, I flew up to my first car meet, and like all these old dudes came over to the car, were like, open the door, and I was like, huh? They're like, look at it, look at how it goes. And I'm just like, it's just a fucking door, bro. And like until I looked at other people's cars and I was like, oh,
it opens over the fender. Okay, yeah. Have you ever had any problems with the hinges?
I haven't had it. Well, I don't think so. Not like crazy. Not crazy issues, no. I've heard of them sagging over time or something.
Yes, so have I, yeah.
I haven't seen it.
And let's talk about the graphic as well. Was the same paint, is that like a wrap or did a paint guy do that?
It's vinyl.
Okay.
Yeah. And I got my buddy Martino from Design Shop React. I mean, I just sent him a picture of a GT3 RS and I was like, I want it to look like that, but say Fatcats.
Yeah.
And he whipped it up in fucking like a day. Yeah, I mean, that was the whole goal with this. Like, I stole the paint code from a GT3 RS. Like even like some of them, they do like Porsche along the wing. I don't have a fucking Porsche. And Toyota would be kind of gay, so I was like, you know, the name of the wing, that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, exactly. And so that's another question I had. I know that these things were generally meant to be like, you know, luxury and soft and feel really soft. what did you do to stiffen up the chassis?
I just, as much as I can, in a way. Apparently my car's still very lazy compared to most, so, but I mean, I've got front and upper lower control arms, rear lower control arms, tow rods, coilovers obviously, just new bushings where they need it. That's the big thing for these cars.
Yes, and now for the bushings, did you replace them as they went out, or did you replace them just all in one go?
Whenever I had money.
Got it.
Like, whenever I had money, I would do one thing and then kind of keeps going.
Got it. So that for what he's doing, I mean, it's still coming out great.
It's just like the shooter made shit. Like, I don't want to ever, even if I don't like the product you're making, if you're making products for this car, I automatically like it.
And I definitely
because we don't have support.
Exactly.
For the most part,
and
so.
I definitely respect people that would go out of their way to make something
make it
for this
better,
car.
That's the goal.
Exactly.
Like,
and
even the headlight shit, I messaged the guy and told him, hey, you got some fitment issue. He's like, oh, thanks for telling me. You know, like, there's nothing really you can do about it now. They're already made.
Yes.
Yeah,
again,
so.
the drivers really are the R&D team for this car.
It is what it is, you know. We don't have 240s that
Exactly.
where it's already been tried and true, tested 100 times, generally.
Yeah,
But,
exactly. Let's talk about the tails that you did. So what'd you do? Well, other than that, so what'd you do for
I
them?
used to have 2 clean ones, and I hit that wall at Final Bout, and now I don't have a clean one anymore. But these are just 95s that are gutted, so all the orange is taken out of them. You just bake them and take them apart. I bought this one years ago. Like years ago, I didn't know that you just bake them and take them apart. And I saw this set on Yahoo Auctions, and I was like, oh, dude, these are some crazy 50/50 rare taillights. So I paid like 300 bucks for them, and they're fucked up. Like, and then I learned like a year later that all the person did was just take them apart.
Yes.
So that was another set that I took apart on my own. They're way cleaner. But I broke my other good ones. 95, 96s, you can just bake them, take them apart, take all the orange shit out of the bottom.
Yep.
And then you kind of have to break them in the process, I think. Or like the orange shit, kind of you have to break it, take it out, but it's fun.
Yeah.
And then they look like 50/50s.
They remind me a lot of that the Prelude tails.
Yeah. The only thing is like you can kind of tell like if anybody wants to do this. So like on this one, I didn't take the diffusers out up here, and I didn't take that one out either. But this person took everything out, and to be honest, that looks a lot fucking better.
It does. Yeah,
there you go. Lessons learned. Don't take the shop shit out.
And it also looks way more OEM with this.
Yeah, you can't see the bulb.
Yeah, because there you could see it doesn't diffuse the lights.
Clean,
and so
I want 97s. I'm gonna try 97s this time.
I mean, yeah,
I've never had them before.
Do the 96 and 97s have the same tail light, like brake on top and
it's very similar. It's very similar. Yeah, it's just the internals look different.
Okay.
The lighting position is pretty much the same.
Got it.
Pretty
Got
much.
it. And let's look at that quickly. That is massive.
Yeah, that's from it's from an 18-wheeler. It's like a stack
shit.
for an 18-wheeler. It's like I've bought mufflers many times, and I hit them on walls and stuff. So I got tired of buying like nice mufflers. And that's, yeah, like literally I bought a straight stack from a diesel and just chopped it to length, and then I found a reducer on Amazon for it's like a 5 to 3. So yeah, that's a 5-inch tip from a.
So it kind of so it funnels down into
the 5-inch is only like this long.
Oh, it's just really for style
yeah,
then.
Yeah, it's just there to look.
So then you kind of just welded it and funneled it down.
Yeah,
to
like I found this like crazy adapter that goes from 5 to 3 in like this much space. So and then it goes. I have 3-inch oval piping all the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Up to the down.
It looks so cool. It really does.
Yeah.
And were there any sound differences with that or no?
Well, I used to have a muffler, like an actual muffler, so it did get quite a. And honestly, like when my car was running, you couldn't even tell it was on with the muffler. So because like the twins really quieten down the car a lot. So
yes.
This helped me get back to kind of like a nice loud where you can actually hear it.
Like a nice resonance to it, you know, to really like stay.
It may not be the cleanest sound in the world, but it looks cool and it sounds decent. So
yeah,
good for. And it was $100.
Hey, and again, looks good.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah, I think the pipe was long enough to where I have an extra. I could just, you know, if I crush this one, then I could just throw on the excess.
This shift knob, where'd you get it from, by the way?
I think Amazon.
Amazon?
I'm pretty sure. It's not like a brand name or anything.
The Amazon build of the century.
Yeah,
you wouldn't even expect this to be that old.
Yeah, I buy anything and everything. That's my first place to look for anything.
Yeah.
I get it on Amazon.
And so I guess just to wrap it up, since we really talked about a lot, what would you say to someone who wants to build something like this, or at least since you started when you were 16 and this was kind of like your end goal, I believe. What would you say to someone that wasn't the same shoes as you.
Yeah, take your time. It's not a race. You're only racing yourself. Like, these cars are expensive any car is expensive to build. Like, we're all obsessed with these 90 cars that are now classics. You know, everything's getting expensive. Like, don't get into a race with your friends, you know, your friends that have more money, you know, whether it's their parents or theirs, you know, like, just take your time, do what you want to do. And if it's an SC, check your front lower control on.